up, bro?
We're live. We're doing this thing.
Well, it's not actually live. We're recording. Then we're gonna put it out.
What's happening?
So this is Coffee Talk, and you may be asking yourself, Chase, why is Max on Coffee Talk? Because he doesn't drink coffee.
Nope.
But I still thought it would be a unique experience to have you on because a lot of you don't know that we grew up in the coffee house business. So what better way to have some coffee talk than actually with like two seasoned coffee house veterans. So today we're back on Four Sigmatic. Now you guys know that they are a sponsor over on the podcast pretty much every day. I'm sipping on one of their brews, either in the morning or in the evening today because I want to be as focused as possible. It's the mushroom coffee mix with lion's mane and chaga. Lion's mane is going to have the nootropic effect. It's going to just get you in the zone, dialed in, and then chaga for all the immune boosting effects. So why don't we go back to when you think of coffee, like what do you think of? Like particularly like with our history.
Bean water. Well, although we did grow up in the coffee business, Chase and I were, I guess, drastically different in the coffee business because he was older. Chase is 4 years older than I am. So at the time, we both had some hands-on.
He hasn't caught up yet, by the way. I'm still 4 years older.
We both were hands-on in terms of building our dad's coffee house. When we had tear up the floors and do cleaning and stuff, especially because we grew up with financially not
we didn't have a team of workers.
Yeah, so obviously Dad was trying to save money wherever, so it's he tore up the floor, had us tear up the floor. I mean, we were just probably making it worse, but when the business got up and running, Chase was actually working there.
Yeah.
I maybe tried to serve ice cream a couple times, but obviously at the end of the day I was 10.
Yeah, so not to get our parents in any child labor laws, but you weren't legally allowed to work.
Yeah, so Chase actually worked. I just kind of he'd let me scoop some ice cream for people if they needed it every now and then, but I pretty much just hung out in the office upstairs.
What was I have kind of mixed feelings about family businesses because I know you remember a lot of times that we would get stuck there, and I think it's probably a good correlation for us now because our work is audio, video, creating different things. Our dad, his was hands-on. He was there, open to close for we barely saw him for almost a year when the business was getting going. I have so many I could talk about, but what's one of the worst memories of just being stuck at the coffee house, do you think?
I mean, it's so long ago, I don't really I mean, now the older that I get, the more I understand. Children are kind of like dogs, it's dog may not want to hang out there, but you're that's what I'm doing, dog. You got to hang out in the office with me. So it's we grew up there, but I don't know. It was so long ago that I can't remember if I hated it or something. I'm sure I really prefer. Well, because I used to hang out. There was upstairs the coffee. There was in the building area. There was a lot of other offices and whatnot. So upstairs there used to be, I forgot his name. But there was this kid. There was some mom that also brought her son to the office, and I used to hang out. His name was Will or something. I don't know. But I used to hang out with this other younger boy.
Will had a hot sister, by the way. I remember that.
She was probably 12 at the time. So I would hang out with him, and then there was also this computer fix store.
Yeah, tech shop.
There's a tech shop, and they used to have this. I forgot the name of the game, but I used to basically they had test games, and I used to go up there and just play these computer games for a long time. So I'd always kind of occupy myself. It wasn't I was always the only time I had to stay in the office was when I got in so much trouble at school that Dad would say you have to stay in the office because So I don't know. I mean, I disliked staying in one room in one building a lot, but I can't remember if I hated it. I'll probably always just use it as if I ever got in an argument with their parents, I would just use that as a cop out.
Easy out.
Yeah, just be well.
You never let me leave.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, looking back now, I completely understand it. So it's I think me understanding it now outweighs the memory of if I didn't like it back then.
That's a good one.
Because now I'm just it's we didn't have a ton of money. This is what you start a business. What are you gonna do with the kids? It's
free daycare.
And it's in our dad's eyes. It's hey, be not miserable, but hey, just deal with this shit now, so that we can kind of set up, hopefully expand for the future. It's kind of it's kind of with any business. These startups might make some sacrifices, and some people may not like it. A lot of people, and their spouses, they like move and whatnot.
Yeah.
I know that's a really common thing. Maybe not with like the kind of your own business thing, but maybe that's like investing a lot of your money. That's that issue. But like I know with like more normal jobs, they have to like transfer or move across the country. The spouse may not really like that. And you have to kind of uproot them from their friends and family. But
just deal with it.
It's usually like a long term kind of like hey, it's going to pay off in the long run. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that's just. It's just life.
Now, I was working there, and it was a really unique situation because for a while, like we were going to different schools, and so we lived right down the road from our first coffee house. Our dad and stepmom wound up having like 3 or 4 coffee houses, a high-end steakhouse, and then like he was a consultant for another coffee house that opened up later. I love coffee, and I remember distinctly loving it when I think he started, it was like 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it never stick with you?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't drink it as a kid.
Yeah.
I never.
Like 7.
I just never like started drinking it. Like I never tried it really, and maybe just had a distinct taste to it, and maybe I didn't flavor it enough.
You've tried it since then, right?
Yeah. I mean, I drink it sometimes. Like if I'm usually when I go hang out with some of my buddies in Texas and we all go to like IHOP or something and everyone's getting it, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll get a cup and I'll put like Splendid or something.
Eat the shit.
Yeah, but like it has like a weird aftertaste, but it's interesting because I work with a supplement company and they have a coffee protein and I actually really enjoy it and it tastes just like coffee.
So you like the coffee flavor, just not like in this form?
No, well, I didn't even know because that's what I'm thinking. Like, man, I think because like with the protein, it has that coffee flavor, but there's no after linger taste.
Oh, true.
With coffee, it stays in your mouth, and I'm always so worried about like I want to have a fantastical smile for as long as possible, so I don't want to stain my teeth. And I know a lot of people who drink coffee that have very white teeth, but I don't know. I don't like when it lingers in my mouth, and it's more like it's just one more thing that I don't need. So it's not like it's like there's no reason for me to drink.
You just don't like it.
If I don't like it, I don't want to try to force myself to like. Because it's like a very common, normal thing. It's like, I just...
Here's one thing. I'll call our friend Daryl out on bullshit right now. He just turned 28. It's his birthday like last week. And according to Daryl, he's never had coffee, never even tried it.
He's probably a liar.
He's 100% a liar. Daryl, if you're watching this, you're listening to this, you're a liar. No one's ever going to trust you as a dentist. So I don't trust people who don't drink coffee.
There's a lot of different coffee. There's a lot of coffee that I haven't tried, but I can honestly say that like I spend $5 to $10 a year at Starbucks, and that's like to get a hot chocolate or something. So I mean, it's just one of the things. Like I know it's not expensive. I know it's like natural. It's just beans, or this company uses mushrooms. So like I know there's nothing like wrong. I just don't drink it. Like I'd rather have.
I just don't like it.
Like I'm a big carbonated soda. That's why I like the energy drinks. I like the diet sodas. I drink a lot of diet sodas. Consistently,
and I'm not like sodas. I
really like carbonation. So that's why that's why a lot of times like it's not even that I love soda. It's just I just like a flavor carbonation.
Is soda the same way? Like for me, when I eat certain meals, like for sure when I eat Chipotle, like anything spicy, I'm like, God, a cup of coffee would be so good right now. Do you get like cravings for like sodas, like the carbonation at all?
Yeah. Well, I mean, whenever I eat Chipotle every day, I always get like a big thing of water, and then I also have like a Sprite Zero or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably drink like 2 to 3 diet sodas a day.
So this is gonna be a really unique longitudinal study. I've been running on Maxx this whole life of the long-term effects of drinking diet soda on a human being. Age 11 to 50.
You know what's crazy is people would scoff when you say I drink 2 diet sodas a day, but they wouldn't freak out if you were like, I drink 1 diet soda a day, that's a 20-ounce bottle, but if I drink 2 12-ounce cans, that's crazy talk, right? So in my head, I'm like, 2 cans is barely more than 1 20-ounce you buy at a gas station.
And we don't even do math good, so that says a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I drink 2 to 3. 3 is usually on the upper, I guess you had like 4, but I'd probably say 2 cans of diet soda a day.
So what do you say, like, because again, the whole like premise of this was, hey, let's go get a cup of coffee, let's meet up and talk, catch up. That's like a pretty common saying.
I don't meet that.
So what do you, like, when people ask that of you, you don't drink it, what do you say?
No one really, first of all, I never get in a situation like that. Like
I avoid human contact at all times.
No, I just that's. I've never. There's not. The last time that happened was like our cousin I haven't seen in a long time, and she was like, "Hey, let's meet at a coffee house," and I just got a bagel. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
They just.
Do you like the smell at least? Like that's such a formidable anchor point for memory. Like for me, I think probably a big reason why I love coffee so much is that just smelling it, like I'm immediately taken back to hang out with you as a kid, our parents, like in the coffee house. Like does that connect anything for you? Yeah.
Just don't. It actually like confuses me how like people get like. People get really bothered that I don't like it. I'm just like, why does it matter? I just don't drink it. Like I'm there's drinks that like I'm sure they taste really good, especially when they like sweeten them and even like 0-calorie sweeteners with almond milk and like I've tried all these things and I'm like, yeah, this tastes good. I just don't need it. I just don't want it. Like it's like it's not that I don't think it tastes good. I just don't want it. And then you know.
Yeah, it makes sense. And actually, kind of coming full circle to the Game of Thrones reference here in my coffee book. There's one of my favorite scenes, which there's another thing that Max and I differ on. He doesn't watch Game of Thrones, so you're not going to get this reference. But
I'm going to start it after the next season finishes, and then it'll be done.
So good, so good. Jamie Lannister is sitting down with this guy, one of the main characters, and he's going to like have some like conversation about how he's going to take over the world, basically. And he goes to sit down, he pours him a glass of wine and another glass of like beer or something, and the guy covers his drink, and he's like, I don't partake. And he just stops and stares at him. He's like, you realize how strange that sounds to normal people? Which I feel like nowadays is kind of a common response when people are like, oh, let's go get coffee. And I'm like, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, but like, I don't think that I live in some wildly different world than everyone else. But like, when I think, hey, let's catch up, get a coffee, I think of like, before you go into the office or like office chat, things like that. But like, just like the way that I live my life, it's not like a situation that I go get coffee with people.
Yeah, I think that's a big point too. And, you know, a lot of times, like getting coffee is like it's just like a habitual thing.
Usually it's like I don't have like meetings in real life. I don't really do that. It's everything's over the phone or virtual. Yeah. I don't like do anything corporate. So that's another thing. That's like I have no like formal things that like I need to have a serious conversation at a local coffee house. I'm just like
it's like a common point for a lot of professions.
Yeah.
Where like you don't like we don't really need that. Yeah.
I just don't. It's be a coffee. I'll get something else. Get water. I just so don't care. Why does it have to be a coffee? I just don't like it. Like, or I just don't want it.
Do you ever see yourself, like coffee aside, like things that you've tried that you don't like? Have you ever gone back to try them later on, as like years later as an adult? Maybe like you tolerate it more, you like it more. Have you ever tried things again, maybe that you didn't used to like?
I can't think of anything else on my head.
No.
No, I'm pretty stubborn with like the things that I eat and drink.
You like what you like.
I like what I like, and it's like I'm just like you can drink or eat whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell you what you can and can't drink or eat. And every time I go out to dinner or something, it bothers someone with how I want my food or how simple I want my food. Or it's like another thing without the corporate thing. I don't like being wined and dined. Like I don't like that. I'd rather go to a Carrabba's or an Olive Garden than Jean-Claude's. You know, wee house and you know.
Oh, May and I went there for dinner last night.
Yeah, it's like
top marks.
Unless it's a fancy steakhouse, like I don't want to go. Like I don't want your fancy menu. I don't want your fancy versions of normal food. Like I just want simple food. I want simple stuff. I want normal, and like that bothers people sometimes. I guess that I just want normal.
I like kind of the frou-frou stuff. I like trying local places. I like doing eating different things. I mean, of course, we can all agree that Carrabba's is amazing. Mm-hmm. So, like, there's no need to argue about that. But, yeah, you like what you like. You don't what you don't. I will say, when it comes to coffee, I have always tried to broaden my horizons, which is why I love Four Sigmatic. I've been drinking their stuff for years, which is, like, about 2 years ago when I first heard of cold brew. The only coffee I drink now is espresso, and in the mornings I'll have Four Sigmatic. 90% of the rest of the coffee is all cold brew. And to get some health fun facts in here for you people. One of the reasons, like Max said, is because he doesn't want to stain his teeth. Now, if you drink cold brew, odds are you drink it through a straw, so it bypasses the enamel part of your teeth, at least initially. Also, it is way less acidic, so maybe you're someone who's tried coffee and you don't really like it because it messes up your stomach, you have acid reflux, GERD, or you're, excuse me, or you're very sensitive to caffeine, cold brew, because the way that it's made, it's steeped kind of like tea. It is a much lighter roast, which is going to be a little bit higher on the caffeine level, but it's less concentrated depending on how you make it, and it's a lot less acidic. So people who maybe don't drink coffee because they can't tolerate it, it messes up their stomach, usually can get away with cold brew. So maybe if you're skipping coffee because of that aspect, ooh, 15 minutes on the mark.
We just started though.
If you're missing out on coffee because of that aspect, try cold brew. I promise you, it is amazing. I love it. I swear by it. It doesn't mess me up, and I do.
I think people use a straw. Like when I drink through a straw, like I think a lot of people think they're not staining their teeth because they're using a straw, but they're probably doing it incorrectly. Because when I drink something with a straw, I just put it right on the edge and I drink it. I think to truly drink,
you gotta put it in between the teeth.
You get it in between,
suck it down.
But like, I doubt people actually do that. Like, put it behind their teeth and then drink it, and then immediately go, like, just casually drink something out of a straw. And like, you probably don't. All right, let's set it behind the teeth, drink in a straight funnel.
We'll do a how-to video next. How to suck through a straw properly and not suck your teeth. Something. It's science. But yeah, that's today's episode here on Coffee Talk. Thanks to the Broses for coming in and bringing his high quality H2O, and as always, thanks again to Forcematic for keeping me all stemmed out and focused AF. All right, boom.
See ya.